will see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold-out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
From the gun, here's Watson. The hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They run on first down with Jackson. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Out of the gun, Watson. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down. It's Jackson, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Watson. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on a sack. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
A gain of 3, second down. We're scoreless after 1. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down past the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this division round matchup. You talk about rookies having big statistical years. He had a boatload of these in the regular season, more than 1 per game, and now he has his first here in the playoffs.
And it shows off his big playability, too, because we saw this quite a bit in college, and it certainly continued here at the next level. Another explosive play for a guy who's made them all season long.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Returnable here for Callaway. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
20, 10, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, 50 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously, the pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. But Houston's offense taking over again. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Deshaun Watson making his way back out, the focus of our players' spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. That's McKinney. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. That's caught by Jackson. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Watson. Right side caught by Jackson. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Oh, the return is Callaway. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really...
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, 28 yards. And the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Here's Watson. It's caught by Jackson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC divisional round game. And it's the Jacksonville Jaguars who are moving on to the next round as they were able to knock out the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Callaway, the return man. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 92 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. Working with his 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Madden. And some space here. The 20. 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs open the lead up to 34-0.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. An extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On second down now, it's Jackson. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lindsey. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Watson going to keep it again. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Now it's Jackson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. KC's offense ready to take over. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
And now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 1st down, Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 15. And that was one that I kind of saw coming, Charge. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting. And he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Texans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now Callaway on the return. He's going to go out shy of the 20. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. And now here comes Kansas City. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. first down. Madden. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Watson now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jackson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe 1 block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Over the middle, complete. It's Ballard. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. Watson looks to throw again. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here's Watson.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday, and it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this 4th quarter. Tackled by the corner, C.J. Henderson.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
159 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there,
But they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Watson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lindsey.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One last throw here for Watson. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
The Chiefs going to play on another week as we say so long, everybody.
For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.